Embarrassment is an activator of prey drive. It is a feeling of underperformance when measuring yourself versus your current production against what you are truly capable of doing. There is a drive inside of you, and nothing happens until that drive is activated. So, if you're studying prey drive is an instinct to pursue. It is your instinctual ability to see something with the eyes or in the mind, the imagination, and to have the persistence and the intensity to pursue it. What happens when you don't pursue things? You get stagnant, you get bored, you get in a rut. So there's three phases of the drive. It must be activated, number one. There must be a persistence to this drive, number two. And number three, there must be an intensity to the drive. And good Lord knows a lot of people are missing one of these three things. So in today's episode of Pray Drive, Go to Bed Tired, Wake Up Hungry, I'm going to tackle actually an activator of Pray Drive. And the activator that I'm going to tackle is actually the activator of embarrassment. See, there are 5 activators of prey drive, okay? And if we were going through these, they were all in the book, and you're sitting around here trying to figure out what activates my drive. How do I get my team members activated? Number one, an activator is fear typically of losing something. Number 2 would be competition. Number 3, environment. Number 4, exposure. And today we're actually going to talk about what I consider to be one of the biggest activators of prey drive, which is embarrassment. It's embarrassment. And in the book, I talk about just finishing speaking at 10X in 2018. I was on cloud 9. I was incredibly excited. We I think right out of the gate did about $57,000, which was a huge number for me within the first few minutes of me speaking. And I was down in Mandalay Bay in the man spa. It's a man spa in Mandalay Bay, if you don't know that. And Grant Cardone comes in, and I'm excited. And I think he's going to say, man, you did a great job. You did an incredible job. And he said to me, if I remember correctly, now there's a concept called what's called counterfactual thinking, where you remember things differently than how they happen. But I remember him saying, you got great content, you got great connection skills, you got great delivery, but you have to learn how to make an offer. Here I did, let's just say 56 to, I don't know, $150,000 to $250,000 of revenue from the engagement with the, let's say, 8,000 to 10,000 people that were in there. But Russell Brunson did 3.5 million in the same 45 minutes to an hour. And so Cardone said to me, you got to get better at your pitch, man. You got to get better at your pitch. Now, in those days, I had no formal training in how to make an offer. I had no formal training in how to pick an offer. I didn't really have any training in how to come up with a concept. And it's like, you know, for just a pure not knowing, I felt like I did a good job. But the truth is, I walked out of there, and after I had some time to decompress and think about it, I go, man, this is embarrassing. Brunson did $3.5 million in the same 45 minutes to an hour that I had. I got to get better. I was embarrassed. Not in a negative way. I was proud. You could be proud and be embarrassed. You could be grateful and be embarrassed. You could be like you could be doing good things and be embarrassed. So when I talk about embarrassment in the book, it is a gap that is between where you are and what you believe you are capable of doing. Right? It's like you can be embarrassed by a personal performance. You can be embarrassed by something that you just didn't do well. You can be embarrassed because you didn't serve a customer like you thought you should. You can be embarrassed because you didn't show up prepared. You can be embarrassed because you waste time. So what I'm saying here is embarrassment is an activator of prey drive. And I put in the book, it is a feeling of underperformance when measuring yourself versus your current production against what you are truly capable of doing. So let's back up for a second and let's ask the question, why did that happen at 10X? Well, it happened because I was uneducated in how to make a professional offer. It happened because no one coached me in the concept. It happened because nobody had coached me. This is a lot of what I talk about in the coach's locker room, the program that I have in the coach's locker room, because if I'd have been in the coach's locker room with someone, then shoot, who knows, man? I may have done $1 million. So did it cost me money? Yes, it did cost me money. It cost me money because I didn't know. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand. I was doing this virtual yesterday, and a woman was saying to me, I really want to get in your coaching. And, I really want to get in your coaching, but I got to go find the money. And I'm like, well, you're not going to find the money until you get the coaching. The coaching helps you find the money. The coaching helps you get a new skill. The coaching helps you play up. And so this concept of embarrassment is like, hey, man, I'm personally embarrassed by my performance, right? It's like I could be so much better. Now, I'm going to draw a correlation of this to when I was a basketball coach, because there were two activators, two things that really motivated me. It really was embarrassment, and it really was competition. It wasn't fear. It wasn't fear. It was, I don't think I ever experienced fear like, am I going to lose my job or am I not going to be the best? I think I really experienced I think I just really experienced embarrassment when we lost, and it was because we worked so hard. And I remember a time my principal, who was my boss, came down to me and he said, "Man," he said, "I got a question for you." He said, "Do you guys practice to be that bad? Do you practice to be that bad?" And I'm like, "No, man, we practice to be good." And he said, "Well, something's not working." And I really didn't have any great players at that time, and I was trying to build something unique and special. And he said, "Do you guys practice to be that bad?" And man, it really just embarrassed me. I learned to hate losing more than I loved winning. I learned to hate losing more than I love winning. So embarrassment, as I go through in the book, and again, if you haven't gotten the book, it's called Flip the Switch. Under Audible, it is Pray Drive. I read it on Pray. There's a guy who did read it, Flip the Switch. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people believed he had a lot of Pray Drive. So if you're out there, it's like you could be embarrassed by. Here's some of the things I wrote in the book. You could be embarrassed by the house you live in, and you want a better house. You could be embarrassed by the money you're stacking away. You could be embarrassed by the quality of time you spend with your family. You could be embarrassed by the amount of money you give to charity. You could be embarrassed by the level of income you have versus what you're capable of getting. You could be embarrassed by the car that you drive. I've been embarrassed by all these things at some point in my life. Could be embarrassed by the size of your company now and relationship. I was watching an artist just last night where there was an opening act and and they were both great, very talented artists, but one guy had been singing for 18 years and he only had 12 songs that he sang. And I just thought, man, 18 years, 3 or 4 hits, 12 songs. I wonder if that bothers him. I wonder if that activates his prey drive. So when you're thinking out there, I want you thinking, sometimes in life it's okay. See, I wrote in the book, the person you are now compared with the person you believe you're capable of becoming. Your feelings of jealousy toward other people may be embarrassing to you. An inability to see things through to their conclusion may be embarrassing to you. So when I wrote this, I'm like, look, man, embarrassment is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Sometimes when I don't perform to my level, I'm embarrassed. Sometimes when I think I should be moving at a faster pace, I'm embarrassed. Sometimes when I think I'm stuck and frustrated, I may be embarrassed because I can't shift a gear. I can't find a new way. I can't, it's like, why can't I figure this out? Why is this so hard to figure out? And sometimes it's because of the monkey mind. Sometimes it's because, man, there's too much going on. Sometimes it's because you just can't lock in and see something through to its conclusion. So this is an activator of prey drive. Remember, there's 3 phases of the drive. Number 1, the drive must be activated. Number 2, there must be a persistence. Number 3, there must be an intensity. All of this is in my book, Flip the Switch. It is on Audible under Pray Drive. I would love for you to get this. I am a coach. I believe that everybody needs a coach in their life. You can get access to my coaching every single week to break a vicious cycle that you may have of starting with good intention and failing to follow through. You can get access to my coaching just by going to coachburt.com. There's programs that start at $97, folks. There's programs that start at very low tickets. You can get in a room with me. I'm on tour. I'm about to start the Go to Bed Tired, Wake Up Hungry tour around the country in June and July. I'm coming to cities, and I spend about 3 hours coaching. It's kind of like going to a concert where you get a shot of a dose of energy, and you get your pray drive back, man. You don't have your stay drive, you got your pray drive, folks. So thank you for listening to another edition of Pray Drive. We go to bed tired, we wake up hungry. Come see me at the Greatness Factory of Nashville. Beautiful building. The downstairs is about to open up on level 1. I can't wait to serve you. And we believe you have greatness inside of you. That greatness has to be activated. There must be an intensity, and there must be a persistence to that greatness. Nothing happens until the pray drive is activated.